Access Radio, Webster Tarpley in Washington, D.C., where Obama is cratering. We've got a Zogby poll showing Obama's support falling to 42% at the beginning of September. The Rasmussen poll of likely voters, 46% support for Obama. So if he got 52% in the election, according to Zogby, he's lost 10%, meaning 1/5 of his support, 1 in 10. And if it's Rasmussen, it's a slightly smaller collapse. But you'll see in the middle of this that he has lost support in a number of key groups. The youth are turning against Obama. He's losing support in the Democratic Party base. Above all, senior citizens have turned against him. The fussy independent voters who always turn on you when things get rough, and with good reason in this case, they're also turning against Obama. So this is a very serious political turn. Now, obviously, it's not enough just to fall in the polls. What we need right now is gridlock. Gridlock, gridlock, gridlock. Nothing meaningful will be passed given the current arrangement. Would require a general collapse of the Obama administration, similar to but more pronounced than what happened to Clinton in the 1994 congressional election. And of course, this can come different ways. It doesn't mean that you want to necessarily turn everything over to Congressman Boner or whatever his name is, and Mitch McConnell and his legions of greed in the Senate. No. You want to have some kind of a left opposition playing the key role, right, coming forward. But you're going to have to basically break up the Wall Street control over Obama. Instead of having Bernanke confirmed as the head of the Federal Reserve, he should be rejected. Reject Bernanke. Don't vote for him. He's got to go through the Senate. Make that impossible. Testify against him. Get rid of Geithner. Fire him. Impeach him. Get rid of Summers. He's a failure. He should be out. We've also got these characters like Holdren, Zeke Emanuel. We've got now this Van Jones, the professed communist and lunatic who's running the Green Jobs program, the boondoggles, obviously distributing patronage according to wild ideological schemes. He's got to go. There's a whole bunch of people that need to be fired. In other words, the most extreme lunatic elements, the genocidalists, the proponents of euthanasia, the Cass Sunsteins who want animals to have political rights, the Holdrens who want to have trees have political rights, all the rest of this. This all has to go. This is a grand guignol of the worst ideological dregs of the post-Carter period of despair and defeat of all the progressive movements. So this, you just got to get rid of these people. They have to be ousted. And at that point, who knows what might be possible. But you got to go a long way to get to that. So gridlock, gridlock, gridlock. I can't see how anything could be done under these conditions. Remember that the answer to all this is Medicare for all, Medicare for everybody who wants it, for anybody who wants it, paid for by a 1% Tobin tax on Wall Street turnover, derivatives, stocks, bonds, options, futures, foreign exchange, commodities, and all the rest. 1% sales tax for bankers, 1% sales tax for stockbrokers, 1% sales tax for bond traders, 1% sales tax for derivatives mongers, right? You pay 5 to 10% sales tax. They pay nothing. Let them pay 1%. Split it 50-50 between the feds and the states, and you can get rid of these furloughs and all the rest of it. So that's the answer. And, of course, if you want to save money, the only way to save money is to put a few $100 billion into biomedical research, cure cancer, cure heart disease, cure the top 10 dread diseases. You can realize huge savings. You can economize like mad, and you won't be killing anybody in the process. So with Obama, there are death boards. There are death panels. But the answer to that is not to turn it over to the market, so the market kills you in its own impersonal way, the free market that brings you death seemingly through the impersonal mechanisms, the objective mechanisms of the market, which, of course, are politically loaded from the word go. No, none of that. Rather, save money by finding cures. Otherwise, rationing either through the death boards or through the death-dealing effects of the free market, that's all going to be unavoidable. So we need, in effect, not the reactionary Republicans and not the Obama fascist corporate state, but the good old American New Deal, the American system traditionalist approach from Hamilton to Franklin D. Roosevelt to Kennedy, embodied today in Medicare. If the Democratic Party had been serious about any of this, they would have been saying Medicare for all for the last 15 years. There's nothing mysterious about it. There's no leap into the dark. There's nothing, nothing new. It's track-proven, road-tested, got a tremendous track record, cutting mortality, morbidity by 1/5 among senior citizens. The greatest success that we've had in the second half of the 20th century, most likely, is Medicare. So why not just open that up to everybody? And if you need some more money, let Wall Street pay through the nose. That would be a reasonable program. And then launch your science driver to find the cures. Democratic Party never talked about that. They talked about something called single payer. What is that? Public option? It sounds like a restroom, right? A public convenience in Britain means a public toilet. And a government option, a government plan. What is it? Once you put that up there, that's a blank slate, and Dick Armey and company can come along, and Newt Gingrich, and they can fill that blank slate in with any kind of horror story they want. And of course, the horror stories are not lacking when you've got Holdren, Zeke Emanuel, and this Daschle, and indeed Michelle Obama, a whole gang of genocidalists whose common denominator is they want to help you to die. The Hemlock Society and Dr. Kevorkian have taken over the Obama administration. Indeed, the Hemlock Society is, it seems to be one of the sources that the Veterans Administration sends you to if you want to know how to fill out a living will. So these ghouls of genocide and euthanasia have got to get a resounding rebuff. And then some piecemeal reforms towards what I've just said would become possible. Now, let's look at the organizing perspective here. The peace movement claims to be reviving. I mean, so far what we've seen concretely is Cindy Sheehan going to Martha's Vineyard and scoring a big success with precious little support from most of these people. I looked again at the Code Pink website. Not a word about Cindy Sheehan on Martha's Vineyard. What world are these people living in? How can they say that they want your money and your support to be a peace movement when they don't do anything? They don't fight for peace. Now, some of the peace groups are coming to Washington on October 5th to 6th. The problem with that is that's a Monday. October 5th, I believe, is a Monday. This is crazy. If you want to have a decent demonstration, you've got to have a Saturday date, and you get yourself a permit for Lafayette Park across from the White House. You can get a few thousand people in Lafayette Park. You have created a successful demonstration, which is an effective photo opportunity to show the signs and show the people protesting right across from the Obama White House. No doubt about who is giving the orders in Afghanistan. And you send out around the world, you have revived the peace movement in the world. Notice there seems to be a studious attempt by the foundation-funded peace fakers to avoid it. They schedule their march on a Monday. Well, this is crazy. We need a Saturday demonstration sometime in October, November. Lafayette Park is the perfect place. Do what Ramsey Clark did back in November 1990, the most effective protest, albeit in a losing cause, to stop the U.S. attack on Iraq that then followed in January, February of 1991. So that's for that. Now, the teabaggers are coming to Washington on September 12th, right? The Tea Party March on Washington is September 12th. These guys have got the elementary good sense to have it on a Saturday when they might actually get some people. And you will have followed this Teabag Express, which is going around the country, getting tremendous publicity from Fox News. What they don't tell you is that it's done by Freedom Works, a Republican public relations firm headed by Dick Armey, the sidekick of Newt Gingrich. Reactionaries. We'll be back in a minute.